Hey everyone, and welcome to another one of our videos. Today I'm going to be doing a little review on a 4-pack of smart outlets that I purchased. Now, I've done a whole lot of different reviews on smart outlets in the past, and I've gone through a bunch of different varieties, and I found the variety that works best for me in most of my applications, and that is something along the lines of this. This is the very first smart outlet that I bought a long time ago, and as it turns out, the little round form factor, one plug in, one plug out, little switch on the side, is what has worked out best for me as I've been converting more and more of my plug-in appliances to quote-unquote smart appliances over the years. So I've been doing more and more of that recently, plugging in fans into these outlets so I can have an Amazon Echo turn on a fan whenever I want to, plugging in different lights, that sort of thing. And instead of buying these in 1 or 2 packs, I wanted to buy them in a little bit larger packs now. So I found this on Amazon. This is a 4-pack, and I'll give you a link to these in the description of the video. But let's go ahead and take a look at what these come with. So it should be, inside the box, 4 nice round little smart outlets. So if we get the box open here, that is exactly what we have. So we have a little instruction manual, and we have 4 outlets packaged nicely in there. Now in comparison, size-wise, they're actually a little bit smaller diameter than my original plugs, as you can see, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. That means that we're going to have possibly a little bit more clearance for items to the side of these whenever you have them plugged into a multiple outlet scenario, something like that. And that's the reason why I've always liked these, and that's the reason why I went with these, buying a 4-pack. I wanted something that I could plug in as a single unit in a standard double socket wall outlet, or if I have a 6-socket wall outlet or something like that, or a power strip, I'm able to plug these in as well and not have any space constraint issues as I have or in terms of blocking plugs to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and see how easy these are to set up. These should work with my typical Smart Life app that I use on everything else. So we'll go ahead and get one of these set up and plugged into the wall and show you what the process looks like. All right, so before I show you the actual plug itself and its operation, which is going to be very, very simple and straightforward, I wanted to show you how to set up the plug. Now, I use the Smart Life app, very, very easy to use and commonly used app for all of these different smart appliances, be it light bulbs, plugs, switches, you name it, pretty much all of them will support this app. So that's what I use on iOS. I've had great luck with it in the past. It integrates well with an Amazon Echo, and I'm very, very happy with that on the software side of things. So to add your plug, all you really need to do is in the corner of the Smart Life app, assuming you're using this, you press the little plus button, and then for these sockets, you're going to select Socket Wi-Fi. You're going to either set the app to automatically pull Wi-Fi information from your phone or manually input. I always do a manual input, and you'll input your Wi-Fi information. Once you've done that and you hit next, it's going to ask you what state the plug is in. If the indicator light on the side of the plug, which I'll show you in a minute on my plug, if it's blinking quickly or if it's blinking slowly. You're going to answer that question, you're going to follow some prompts, and your plug will be set up very, very simply and easily. I've already set the plug up to make sure that everything is functioning properly, and once you have the plug set up, comes through as the default name Smart Socket. You can either change the name up here in the corner and change some other or view some other device information. You can have your phone notify you if that device goes offline. And in addition to that, you can control the on-off function of the plug. You can schedule normal cycles for the plug to turn on and off. So if you have a cycle where you want the plug to turn on at 9 o'clock at night daily and turn off at 5 in the morning, you can have that happen. You can set a timer for the plug to turn off. So if you want it to turn off in 10 minutes, you can turn it on, set the timer, and it will do so. You can have it randomly turn off and on, and then you can have it circulate, whatever that means. This is a new feature that I have not used. That's new to Smart Life, may not be in all different apps. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the plug and how it functions. It's going to be really, really straightforward. I have a quick little demo set up so you can actually see it work, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, so I have a quick little demo set up here with the plug plugged into a free outlet that I have and a fan connected to it, just so you can see it turn off and on as I actuate the plug. So one thing I wanted to mention before I actually show the operation of the plug is that even with the smaller round style plugs with a standard 2-position outlet, you cannot install even another one of these up above. You can plug in a normal cord, no problem, and you can probably plug in a grounded cord, no problem in most cases, but you won't be able to plug in another smart outlet on top of it. So that's whenever you start getting into multi-outlet smart outlets or smart power strips, things like that. That's what you want to be looking for if you want something along those lines where you can plug multiple devices in. Some of those has independent control of each outlet. Some of them turn on as one giant unit. So if you have 3 devices plugged in, they would all turn in at the same time. But that is that. So the plug operates really, really simply. You have the option to turn things on and off manually. So I have the switch on the fan set in the on position right now. And in order to turn it on, if you wanted to do it manually, all you have to do is reach over and push the button on the side. You may be able to see on video, in fact I believe you can see on video that the button lights up blue. So that is the button that I was referring to and the light that I was referring to whenever I was talking about the indicator light in the previous video segment. So that will be flashing whenever you're first setting this up, and that's what you want to pay attention to whenever the app asks you about the flashing light. So you can turn the plug on and off manually like that. You can see I can turn it off right there. The fan turns off, no problem. You can also turn it on and off via your phone. So the button that I was just showing you earlier, you can push the big plug icon in the middle of the screen once you go into the plug in order to turn it off and on. And then if you have an Amazon Echo like I do, you can say, Alexa, turn on smart socket. Alexa, turn on smart socket.
Okay.
It's wonderful when your Echo ignores you. But as you can see, Amazon Echo failing aside, you can turn on the socket, no problem. So these things seem to be working really well, at least on first glance. It's exactly what I expected, exactly what I wanted. Small form factor, at least as small as possible with current technology. They work really well. They match my other sockets, at least in terms of aesthetic, and I'm very pleased. The 4-pack is not very expensive. This is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest 4-packs I could find of a product that was still very well rated on Amazon. I generally don't normally go for smart sockets that don't have a ton of ratings and a track record behind them, unless I'm looking for something very niche and specific in terms of form factor. These are pretty general purpose, so whenever I'm looking for an item like this, I try to find something that has a lot of reviews and a lot of positive reviews. So overall, I'm happy. I will definitely let you know in the video comments and the video description below if I run into any issues going forward. But I want to thank you all for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next video.